Not every Broncos legend wore a maroon and gold jersey. Some never scored a try, never kicked a goal, never made a tackle. But without them, the club wouldn't be what it is today. And today, we're talking about one of those legends, Tony Springer Spencer, who after 38 seasons is hanging up the boots, the strapping tape, and the barbecue tongs. Legends, and welcome to another installment of the Old School Broncos podcast, a place for fans to look a little deeper at our club. Since the very first season in 1988, Springer has been there. He's been part of the furniture. You think Broncos, you think Langer, Lockyer, Webke, Walters, but behind them all, keeping the wheels turning, keeping the blokes strapped up, hydrated, fed and laughing was Springer. For those who didn't know the name, don't worry. By the end of this, you will get why old boys and current players alike light up when they talk about him. Springer is the ultimate jack of all trades. Over nearly 4 decades, he's done it all. On-field trainer. If you watch a Broncos game from 88 through to 2015, he's the bloke you saw sprinting on with the water, giving instructions, patching up busted noses, or just giving a cheeky rev up. Team strapper, ankles, shoulders, wrists, you name it, he strapped it. And he wasn't shy to remind players if they whinged about the tape being too tight. Chief barbecue cook. And this is no small role. If you've ever been around a captain's run at Red Hill, you know the barbecue is sacred. Springer wasn't just turning sausages, he was running the heart of the club's culture. Groundsman, fixer, mate, whatever needed doing, Springer did it. He never worried about job titles, he just made sure the job got done. Now, Springer's a plumber by trade, and he's joked more than once that if he'd stayed in the game, he'd probably be living in some flash beachfront house in Noosa by now. But what did he get instead? He'll tell you, it's priceless. The camaraderie, the mateship, the tours, the laughs, the highs and the lows of riding the Broncos roller coaster from the very beginning. And honestly, how many plumbers can say they've been on a Kangaroos tour or Origin camps and in 6 Broncos premierships? Not a bad trade-off. From day one, Springer was Wayne Bennett's right-hand man. Wayne had his generals on the field, blokes like Wally, Gino and Alfie. But off the field, Springer was the one who he could trust to keep everything humming. He was there in 92 and 93 when the Broncos took on the world. He was there in 97 during the Super League drama. He was there in 2006 when Lockie lifted the trophy. Through all of it, Springer was the bloke the coaches leaned on and the players relied on. Now in 2015 things changed. The NRL brought in beefed up trainer rule. Only qualified physiotherapists were allowed onto the field to safeguard players' welfare. It was the right move for the modern game, but it meant legends like Springer were forced to the sidelines. But instead of stepping away, Springer just shifted gears. He took on off-field duties. He doubled down on being the barbecue boss. He kept being that reliable presence around Red Hill. Because Springer wasn't there for title, he was there for the club. One of the big moments that shows what he meant to the Broncos came in 1997, when he was awarded Clubman of the Year. Think about that. In the middle of a season where blokes like Alan Langer, Darren Lockyer, Steve Renouf and Wendell Saylor were tearing it up, the club gave the award to a bloke who never played a game. That says it all. Springer's influence didn't stop at Red Hill. He's been part of the Queensland Maroons camps, he's been on Kangaroos tours, he's seen the world through rugby league, and he's picked up more stories and probably more late nights than anyone else in the game. You'll often hear players talk about the Broncos family. Springer is the definition of that. He's been there for every kid making their debut. He's been there for blokes returning from injury, blokes struggling for confidence, blokes celebrating milestones. He was there in the sheds when the club was flying high. He was there in the tough years when the losses piled up. Always the same, always dependable, always cracking a joke, firing up a barbecue to bring the boys together. As fans, we don't always get to see the guys behind the scenes. But without Springer, the the Broncos wouldn't be the Broncos. Simple as that. 38 seasons. Think about it. He's seen every single Broncos game. He's seen every player who's pulled on the jersey. He's outlasted coaches, captains, CEOs, and countless changes in the game. And now, as he calls it time, it's worth pausing and saying thank you. Thank you for strapping ankles and running water. Thank you for the barbecue and the banter. Thank you for being the glue that held the Broncos together for nearly 4 decades. So, to Tony Springer Spencer, the ultimate Bronco, we raise a glass. Not just from the players, but from the fans who might not have known your name, but have felt your impact every time our boys ran out to play. Enjoy that retirement, Springer. You've earned it, mate. And to the fans, next time you fire up a barbecue before a Broncos game, just think of Springer, because chances are he's the reason the sausages taste that little bit better. This is the Old School Broncos podcast. Let's go, Broncos.